today. Lieutenant Colonel.
Good afternoon, honorable parents, trainers, and friends.
Welcome to Real Stage 30.
I am Lieutenant Colonel Carlista.
And I am Lieutenant Colonel Alvaro Richideus.
We are the MCs in charge of today's Real Stage, who will accompany you throughout this session.
Before we officially start the session, let me introduce to all of you what Real Stage is. So, the Real Stage is a level up class where trainees from junior and youth will be delivering their speeches that they have prepared.
We also have another task known as the writer post task to measure your knowledge about public speaking theories, such as what you should do and shouldn't do.
This Real Stage is going to be an exciting one, as we have a bunch of interesting speeches by our participants coming up soon.
Now, let us introduce our judges for today and ask them to give some encouraging words to our participants. Our first judge is a public speaking trainer. Give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia Indriani.
Thank you so much, MCs. How are you guys, everyone? Good? Anyone nervous here? No? Good to hear that. If you're nervous, it's okay. You can take your time. Remember, if you're nervous, what should you do? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay? But I believe throughout all the months you have practiced every week in SMLONE, you can deliver your best today. Okay? Good luck, everyone, and waiting for your performance. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Cecilia. I believe the message are all well received. Now, let's go to our second judge. Well, our second judge for today is also a public speaking trainer in SMLONE. Let's give a big round of applause to Miss Rani Monica.
Good afternoon, everyone. Finally, after all the speaking project and voice project done, it's time to do the real stage. And I don't want to say much. I just want to give you a very good luck, everyone. So, yeah, I'm sure that you are performing well today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee, for the supporting message. And now is the time for the written post test. You'll be given a few questions to test your knowledge about the theories of public speaking.
The materials are all from the input session in class. So as long as you pay attention during class, you'll be able to answer them easily. I've taken a pic of the questions earlier and trust me, all of them are easy. So participants, please step outside and take the test. Good luck. So everyone, you may please go.
Now, finally, we reached the finish line, and now it is the time to award those who have dedicated themselves throughout the year to reach the greater heights, not just for themselves, but also for their members. Now, it is time for all of us to give our utmost appreciation to individuals and houses that made a great difference. Today, hundreds of nominees have been selected, and 15 prestigious categorical awards will be given to 15 champions. And the prestigious categories are: Most Active Trainee, Most Creative Trainee, Most Supportive Trainee, Most Improved Trainee, Most Inspirational Trainee, Most Disciplined Trainee, Most Initiative Trainee, Most Favorite Trainee, Best House Leader, SMLONE Skill Awards, SMLONE Manner Awards, SMLONE Life Awards, Skill Manner Life Award, Top Scorer, Top Houses.
Hi everyone, I am Diana and I am the leader of House of Fortuna. And today we have two of our members here, which are
Hi everyone, my name is Federer Koman and
Julia Sesi. Unfortunately, one of our team members can't make it, which is professional, and we are very honored to get this award. And we couldn't get this award if we didn't work as a team. So Petra, can I ask you, what do you feel after we get this award?
I actually feel very grateful that our hard work actually we get regret doing live projects every single week, 60 live projects to go up and get the second rank. It was really fun actually when we had the classes. We enjoyed a lot, not only as a team but as friends also. Anything else? I think that is all. Okay, how about you?
I actually feel very honored. We always work together when we have breakout room each time. We did not only say what our role is, we also chit chat, we gossip about and how to beat others' team. We always do that every time. So I guess we really work together as a team.
Okay, so thank you for both of you, and we would like to say our motto: bravery, power, and love are our strength. So, ladies and gentlemen, good luck to all of you out there. As you know, one, making you better you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to public speaking competition 2022. Very wonderful director as well. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all ready? Thank God. They agree and important. When all of you need hands, very important.
Halo, nama saya saya adalah salah satu peserta profesional speaking arena. Hari ini saya mengikuti kompetisi. Saya nggak tahu bahwasanya saya bisa menang hari ini karena persiapan saya dari kemarin lumayan hektik karena hampir saja hari ini saya tidak jadi ikut kompetisi karena ada beberapa hal yang tiba-tiba urgent. Hari ini saya ikut kompetisi. Sebelum saya naik panggung itu saya merasa sangat nervous dan hampir lupa dengan apa yang saya persiapkan. Tetapi setelah saya mengikuti lombanya, saya merasa plong dan happy banget. Dulu saya itu orangnya sangat insecure dengan diri saya, tapi setelah saya mengenal SMLONE, saya lebih percaya diri untuk public speaking di depan semua orang. Terima kasih SMLONE, making you better you.
I'm making this study uncovered. Before joining the competition, I felt so nervous. I don't even want to join this competition. But later on, after I joined SMLONE, I feel like nervous is not a thing. So what I need to do is to practice more. The more you practice, the more you become confident. And on the day of the competition, of course I felt a little bit nervous, but not very nervous. It's because we kept practicing. Remember, the more you practice, the more confident you get. After the competition, I felt so relieved and I felt so happy. That's all about it. SMLONE, making you better.
This SMLONE competition, I joined it kind of last minute because I didn't want to join it at first because I have a really busy schedule. But then I decided to join it and I made the script with the help of my parents. And when I come here, I feel so nervous because I'm not fully prepared because I only have exactly 1.5 days to memorize the whole script. When I was on stage, there were some points where my mind went blank because I wasn't memorizing it enough yet. But then SMLONE taught me a few tips and tricks, and one of them is how to improvise even if our brains went blank. And I kept doing that until the end. My speech went flawlessly. And then when my name was mentioned, it was so unexpected. Thank you, SMLONE. SMLONE, making you better you.
Step 1, wake up early, go out in the sun. Step 2, get yourself over video. Step 3, grow hard, know what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do it fast.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control, and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought and some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Life ain't easy, no. I think there's a reason, no. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, no. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison the crowd. Head full of thoughts, so she come to cloud. Nothing to stop me from my second spot. On the path, feeling good. My head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time. It's how you operate. Greatness. So flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Is it hard? Easy?
Okay.
Or some of you might actually just say medium. But I'm sure that it's fairly easy and all of you did great on the task. So you know what time is it now. As your heart beats faster, let us explain some of the rules for the new stage.
First, please keep all your phones silent during the session so that the speaker can speak smoothly without any distraction.
Second, please don't
For private, you can talk any topic from 5 until 7 minutes. In 5 minutes, the green light will be shown, and in 6 minutes, the yellow light will be shown, and in 7 minutes, the red light will be shown.
For surgeons, you can deliver any kind of speech with the usage of PowerPoint, music, and property for 5 to 7 minutes each. Our timer will turn on the green light when you reach 5 minutes. When you reach 6 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light, and when you reach 7 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light. And you have 30 seconds to end your speech.
And after you finish your speech, remember to ring the bell, and everyone will say,
That was easy. So participants, treat this as a reminder to pay attention to the time limit. Just like what we've learned in SMLONE. If the time is too short, then the speech won't be meaningful. But when your speech is too long, then the audience might get bored. Also, we want to inform you that only for today, SMLONE is having a special promotion. The special promotion is... Jadi untuk papa mama dan trainees yang ada di real stage untuk hari ini, kalian bisa membeli buku untuk new level. Jadi seperti yang kalian tahu kan, real stage ini kan itu untuk kayak menaikkan pangkatnya gitu. Jadi yang dari private akan ke surgeon, dan surgeon akan ke lieutenant colonel. Jadi di sini kita akan menawarkan bahwa hanya untuk hari ini saja kita akan mendapatkan diskon buku untuk new level. Yang biasanya dari 600.000 akan menjadi 500.000.
Dan untuk selanjutnya adalah jika kalian purchase untuk next real stage yang harga normalnya ada 490 akan diskon menjadi 399 dan masa berlaku selama 1 tahun.
Dan tidak cuma itu, kita pun akan menawarkan voucher holiday program Star Maker seharga Rp100.000. Jadi untuk papa mama trainees atau non trainees jika ingin mendapatkan voucher tersebut, itu kita harus ke depan ke Miss Jovita untuk syarat dan ketentuan yang berlaku.
Lalu selanjutnya ada holiday program Power Up Teen Summit. Jika kalian mendaftarkan diri hari ini akan mendapatkan diskon potongan harga sebesar 500.000 dari 2.500.000 menjadi 2 juta.
So, papa mama and trainees, you can get this special offer by approaching Miss Jovita outside. And remember, this special offer is only for today. So for trainees whose parents are still outside, you may contact your parents to get his special offer. And also, there are some coffees and tea outside of the room. So if you want to try these amazing beverages, you can just go outside the room exactly like that.
Now it's the time for us to officially start the real stage turn. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Okay, without further ado, let's start this new stage. So our first speaker is someone who I know, she claims herself likes to procrastinate. So ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Adeline Yasikin to the stage. Adeline, procrastination, Adeline. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So I am sure that every one of us has experienced this before in our lives. Can anybody guess what it might be? Especially as students. Well, some of you may think that it is difficulty in understanding a subject, or some of you may think that it is laziness. While those may be correct, today I will be talking about procrastination. Why we do it and the methods and tools we can use to finally conquer it. So, why do we procrastinate? We know it's bad for us. We know that it stops us from achieving our full potential. And did you know that it was actually linked to feelings such as low confidence and anxiety? Well, when our brain knows that we need to do hard things, it kind of induces feelings such as dread and stress. When this happens, our brain will react to it as such as a fight or flight method. Most of us in this scenario will choose flight, hence procrastination. When we do this, it is very harmful because it will cause a cycle of harmful procrastination. Let me give you an example. Let's say you give yourself a day to do task A. It's not very hard, but you keep procrastinating it until the end of the day where you actually have to submit the task. By that point, you will feel that the task is entirely impossible and very difficult to do, which is not very good at all. So we know the problem and we know why we do it, but I know that it's actually easier to find the problem rather to fix it. So here are 3 ways you can apply, which I think is really realistic and cost-friendly to help you conquer procrastination. So the first way is to apply this quote. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Let that sink in a bit. Imagine you procrastinate for 10 minutes a day. It might not seem like a lot, right? It's not a percentage of your time. However, 10 minutes a day for 365 days a year equivalents to 60 hours. And that is not something small. In that 10 minutes you spent procrastinating, you could have used it for, let's say, achieving your dream goal by doing a short 10-minute YouTube ab workout, which then by the end of the year you may have your dream body, but instead you used it on procrastinating. So again, I say, the cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. So the second tool that I personally like to use is a bit generic, and most of you have probably done it before, but I'll teach you a way on how to further better it. So it is basically to build a more thorough and time-bound to-do list. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have to study chemistry for 3 hours. Those are a lot of hours, and it is very general, and it's really not good to do that. So a way I can make myself more willing to kind of do the task itself is by breaking it down into simpler and more specific titles. So let's say it's 3 hours. I can kind of organize it to chapter or 2 each hour. So 9 to 10, 1 hour of square geometry. 10 to 11, 1 hour of equivalent, and 1 to 2, whatever else you've got going on. So then, this way, you have split the task into 3 tasks, which is much simpler and much more possible to do. Not only that, you have given yourself a sense of urgency in which, oh, I need to do this by then. So then it would help you kind of elicit feelings to complete it. And furthermore, because it is split into 3 small tasks from 1 big task, once you have done the first hour, which you will check on your to-do list, it can give you a sense of confidence, a sense of achievement, and could act as a motivation booster to continue that second and third hour of studying. So the third way that seems again quite generic is to eliminate distractions. I can propose something. So you've heard of to-do lists, but why not try to make not to-do lists? So you can write down what you must not do in that not to-do list. For example, to not multitask for certain tasks, and then to not take a look at your phone from 1 to 6. That way, you'll be more efficient in what you're supposed to do because you're not multitasking from one task to another. So, again, the 3 methods are to not to apply the code, to make a more thorough and specific to-do list, and to eliminate distractions. These are the 3 ways that I personally have found really helpful because they are not as complicated as the other methods that I found, and they are really applicable and they are not time-consuming. So I hope these will help you in conquering procrastinating, which is every student's nightmare. Thank you.
Thank you, Adeline, for a very inspiring speech. Now, let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia. Thank you.
Adeline, how it feels to be the first speaker?
Nerve-wracking.
You know what I feel sitting here? I feel like I'm joining a self-help seminar brought by you, which is really good. You were talking about procrastination, which is common issues in this daily life, right? And how you can pack all those informations, but still feel like and enjoyable. I enjoy how you are able to open with a very interesting questions. You put a lot of fun fact inside. I just know that procrastination is a form of low anxiety and low confidence. I think that's really good. I was surprised by that. I enjoy some of your choice of words when you talk about the cost of procrastination is a life that you could have, right? I think that will be better if you put more dramatic effect on it, like some pause or heavier pressure in it. Because you want the audience to sing that. You want the audience to think about that before you continue to your next information, right? So I wish it will be something like the cost of procrastination is the life you can live. Sing that. And then you repeat again. The cost of procrastination is a life that you can live. And then you continue with your whole story. Overall, it was very enjoyable. I love the whole things that you discussed about procrastination, your story inside. Another thing I would like to see a more open hand gesture, right? Don't forget to use your staple when your hand is not moving. So rest your hand and staple, it will make you look more confident. But I think that was a very, very enjoyable seminar for me. Thank you so much, Adeline. Can we give applause for Adeline?
So, thank you, Adeline. You may please ring the bell. So thank you, Adeline, and thank you, Miss Cecilia, for all of the feedbacks just now. So for all of the audience, if you want to give some feedbacks for Adeline, you can just fill out the link here. And thank you.
Okay, let us call our next speaker. Is a speaker from the house of Mandala. They are going to talk about the importance of education. Let us welcome Surgeon Candice Minardi Wong. Surgeon Candice, the importance of education, Surgeon Candice. Your time is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
You can try to point to the laptop. Please, can you help? Let's restart.
With knowledge, we can to culture their skills. And soon you'll be an artist. Why do we need attitude? With education, we can have a better attitude and well behavior. We can have a good expression because of education. Why nowadays we value education? Provide stability. What is provide stability? Provide stability is when your life is stable. For example, when you're very well educated and work very hard, you get a job. And you can earn money because you're very, very well educated. And you don't need to worry about the lack of money and no food. And that means your life is stable. That is one of the examples of provide stability. What is provide financial security? Without provide stability, you wouldn't go to the next point. So, before going to the next point, we should manage provide stability first. And you can go to provide financial security. But if you couldn't manage provide stability, I'm sorry, but you cannot go to provide financial security. Provide financial security is when you use your money wisely. For example, when you have 20,000 and you waste 2,000 on something you really like. And when you look at more stuff, you really want it, but you suggest that you should save it. You save 18,000 and you don't want to spend anymore. That is one of the examples of provide financial security, meaning that you can use your money and how to spend them and how to save them too. These two you really need for education. Without this, we wouldn't know what to do and how to use our money wisely and how to make a stable life. A simple world. Help people stay out of risky situations. And also, it can build a better society. Who knows, just because of well education, it can build a safer world. And laws are followed too. For example, Singapore. However, Singapore is a small country. It can amaze all of us because of their cleanness. They're smart, competitive, and who knows? Just because of well-educated and education, knowledge, skills, and many more, it can build a safer world. Education can teach us so many things, and world peace is one of it. Who knows? And educated friends.
Judges here, Miss Rani.
Okay, so Candice, how are you? One or two pictures on the slide, it will be better. And
Was easy.
Work in silence. Let the success be your noise. This is the quote where I found from one of the speakers who is going to speak here. And she is Clarissa Valencia Comala. Let's give a big applause for her. Clarissa Valencia Comala. The key to the heart of people. The key to the heart of people, Clarissa Valencia Comala. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
A wise man once said, "The beauty of language is that it allows you to communicate with anyone, anywhere, and it opens up the world with endless possibilities." Hi everyone, I'm Clarissa, and today I'll be telling everyone how beautiful it is for people to learn new languages. Language itself is a tool for expressing your thoughts, expressing your feelings, and expressing your ideas. It's an important aspect for social interaction. There are 3 benefits of learning new languages that I'm going to be talking about. The first one is it can broaden your connection. Because language is a tool for communication, it helps you widen your network with more individuals. Because you and the other individual share the same language, you guys can talk and share each other's ideas with little to no misunderstanding. That way, you can make more friends. And the second one is new opportunities are coming. Companies nowadays value multilingual people. Because multilingual people, they can communicate more effectively with foreign clients and they can ensure smoother negotiations with foreign clients. That's how learning new languages can help with your current job and your future jobs. The third one is it can improve your personal growth. You know, there are just those days when you want to do something productive, but you've got nothing to do. So you just end up scrolling in your social media or just end up playing games. But instead of doing that, you can try to learn new languages instead. Now here comes the problem. How do we actually learn new languages? So here's my way for learning new languages. The first one is I would watch YouTube or I would watch TV shows of the language I'm trying to learn so I can practice my listening. And the second way is I would download free language speaking app to practice the grammar, to practice the vocab, to even listening and speaking. I personally have benefited from learning new languages. So on July this year, I joined a workshop. And in that workshop, it was a coffee workshop. There, me and my team were placed in a booth. That booth, we have to sell as many coffee beans as possible to our customers. So during our shift that day, a customer came up. And of course, I was like, "Halo, apa ada yang bisa saya bantu?" And the customer somehow straight up ignored me. He took the coffee beans and just checked. And I just have to, yes, smile. And what happened next? The customer starts speaking Chinese with his son. So I knew, yeah, he does not speak Indonesian. So, with the tiniest little Chinese that I learned, I said, "您好，您平时喜欢喝什么咖啡? Hello, what type of coffee do you normally drink?" The customer replied, "哇，你会说中文啊? What? You can speak Chinese?" "Oh, 我会一点点. Yeah, I can just a little bit." 哇，我在印尼还没见到会说中文的人啊。 I've never seen anyone in Indonesia can speak Chinese. 是吗？年轻人应该都会说中文的。Youngsters nowadays should be able to speak Chinese. After that, I proceeded on basically asking, 那您平时喜欢喝有水果味的咖啡，比较酸的那个，还是比较苦的咖啡？ Which type of coffee do you normally drink? Customer replied, 我比较喜欢喝有水果味的咖啡。And based on his description, I checked the coffee beans and I just told him whichever that suit his description. And I tried with the littlest Chinese that I know, I tried explaining the products. Then, because of all that, he ended up not getting 1, not 2, not even 3, but he got 4 coffee beans at the end. And he got 2 500 grams one and 2 200 grams one. And because he got so many, it boosted our performance, and we were awarded the best performance for that award. And we were also awarded the 3rd winner out of all the groups there. Now, in that case, if I hadn't known a single Chinese at all, I wouldn't have been able to communicate with the guy, and I wouldn't have been able to explain the products. Language is the most powerful instrument known to human. Language is the light of the mind, and language is the key to heart of people. I'm Clarissa. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for a very inspiring speech, and it's very enjoyable to be here. Now, let us have one of our judges here to give a feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. Hi, Clarissa.
Hi, Miss.
Why do you choose this topic?
Because first, I wanted to share the importance of basically learning new languages. And personally, I also struggle with the having nothing to do. So I just end up scrolling in the social media. So I wanted to share more about this, what we can do instead. Yeah.
So you enjoy learning new language?
You can quite say so. But yeah, I occasionally learn it. Occasionally.
I think because why? Because your delivery is so convincing, right? So I feel like this topic is so close to your heart, and you personalize it. I enjoy all the personal story you put in, especially when you talk about the topic situations. Your stage movement to impersonate the customer and all this scenario is like make the audience can visualize or what happens when it happens. I enjoy the awkwardness in the beginning of that. That was really good. And now I suspect that you don't only have Chinese Mandarin. I think that was good as well.
No, I suck at Mandarin actually. I'm very bad.
Very bad?
I'm very bad.
Yes. You help the sales, right? So great job.
Thank you, Miss.
But I would like to add a bit to your performance because the whole of it, I think it's practiced well, it's prepared well. It's actually when you mentioned about 3 ways to improve your language skill, right? How you open structure-wise is good. You state with a opening quotes and then you tell us why it's important to learn the language and how to do that. Now, in the how of the learning, you told about first we have to watch. What you do is watching YouTube video. I wish that was explained more. Like you can share some tips, like what channel you watch, like how you do that, how often you do that, and by that, I think that will help the audience to learn as well. And I wish that part included. So the why and the story is the first thing you explain to the audience, and the how will be the ultimate feedback to the whole stuff. So they learn through the step. Okay, but overall that was very good. Congratulations.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you.
So thank you, Clarissa. You make kissing the bell.
That was easy.
Good job, Clarissa, for your
real stage. And thank you, Mrs. Yap, for the feedback. And now we will have 1 minute of silence. So for everyone who wants to give feedback, you may please do it. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
Up to you. If I say it's going to be like, get better. Class of Kirtan, right? Class of Give better, receive better is one of the quotes that I got from the speaker today. They are going to talk about you can control your life. Let us welcome Felicia Rianti from the House of Class of Clinton. Felicia, you can control your life. You can control your life, Felicia. Your time is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Thank you. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Quote by Willie Nelson. From that quote that I said just now, of course, you can tell what I'm going to talk about today, which is mindset. Mindset is really important because it affects how we as people see or feel things. Now, because everybody is different, of course, everybody's mindset is different. Now, the problem is, not everybody's mindset is always good or encouraging mindset. Some of the people's mindset can be bad or discouraging. I will give you an example. Amy and Belle are both going through a test. The minimum score to pass is 70, and they both know that the highest score they can get is only around 70. Now, the night before the exam, Amy studied really hard for the test. She has a mindset, which is, if I give my best, I will also receive the best that I give, hoping she could pass the test. While on the other hand, Belle didn't care at all with the mindset she has, which is, if I give my best and the best that I receive is still the bare minimum, that there's no point in trying anymore. Hopeless to even pass the test. The next day, they were both given their test paper. Amy poured all of her heart into the test with the hope she can get score that she deserves, which is she believes that she is going to pass the test. While Belle, on the other hand, just writes everything that pops up in her mind and makes sense to her, not expecting herself to even pass the test, because she knows that she didn't study at all. The next day came and they both received their test paper. Amy is really shocked. Why? Because when she sees her test paper, she got a 90 on her test. She is really happy because she expects herself to just pass, but 90, that's way unexpected. But on the other hand, Belle is even more shocked than Amy, seeing that she got a 2 on her test paper. She expects herself not to pass, but the 2, wow, that's way out of her expectation. Now, from this example that I give, you can see how mindset really affects people. Mindset is really, really important. Now, you can see around you, people around you have mindset like Amy and Belle. But you need to focus on yourself first. Do you feel like Amy or do you feel like Belle? If you feel like Amy, that's really good. Keep up your work. But if you feel like Belle, I suggest you to improve your mindset. Because improving your mindset can make you a better person in the future and can help the people around you that have the same mindset like Belle to change themselves too. But the question is, what if I put all of my hard work into a thing, hoping that I could pass or get the result that I expected, and it turns out that the result that I get is really not expected? Well, the first thing you want to do is before that task happens, don't put too much hope. You can put your hopes in, but not too much. Because why? If you put too much hope and the result you get is not what you expected, of course, you'll be disappointed. And when you're disappointed, you have no courage of trying anymore, and you might think that you'll end up the same if you even try. So don't put too much hope. You can put hope, but not too much. And remember, failure is a way to success. With failure, we can improve ourselves. So don't be scared to fail. And is perspective same as mindset? Yes, it is. We see things from our perspective first, then we set our mind, which is mindset. With the speech that I gave, I hope everyone can improve their mindset if they feel like Belle. And if you feel like Amy, that's good. Keep up your good work. That is my speech for today. I am Felivia. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Felivia, for that inspiring speech. Now let us hear the comments from one of our training students. And let's welcome Miss Ben.
Thank you. Good job, Olivia. How do you feel right now?
I feel quite happy that I did it well.
Okay, yeah, I see that you did it very well. And you talk about controlling your life, about mindset, right?
Yes.
The way you explain the story with two characters is very good. And you also move to your right when explaining about Amy, move to your left when explaining about that. It is a very good message because without we being realized, when you move to the right, your right, you think that, oh, it's about that. You left, oh, it's about Amy, right?
Yes.
So it is very good, and the message is delivered very well. And also, we have a good eye contact with everybody in this room. And yeah, I think that's all from me. You did a very good job.
Thank you. Okay.
That was easy. Thank you very much. I believe that the feedback is well received. Now let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents, let's fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more. Okay. Good luck. I even know how.
Now let's welcome our next speaker. So our next speaker is someone who I know likes swimming, and let us welcome Fiona Candias to the stage. Fiona can be of emotion, Fiona can be of. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
You are useless. That is that projects the emotion of anger. Because hello, today I will be talking about emotion. Emotion is very important and you can always feel it. And I will be talking about 3 emotions: happiness, sadness, and fear. Happiness. You can feel happiness anytime, anywhere, just it's almost a sudden. Maybe because you get something you wanted, maybe you get a toy that you really wanted, or something that you really wanted, like maybe you wanted a trophy, a certificate, or anything that you want to accomplish. And when you accomplish it, you finally feel happy. And you also can feel happy when someone say something nice to you. Like maybe someone say you did a great job. That means it's a positive thing. So you feel happy that you did really well and did really amazing. And also you can also feel happy when maybe you really did your hobbies, like something you really wanted to do. For example, your hobby is drawing. You really like drawing, so you keep drawing and drawing, and it leads to something that you like to accomplish. So you feel happy that you really like to draw and you really like to do the things that you really wanted to do. Just like me, I like swimming. I also like drawing. So swimming is also pretty good for your health too. And yeah, it's really healthy and it makes you feel happy that you're swimming because it's your hobby. You like swimming, so it's fun for you and you feel happy about it. So now, the opposite of happiness, sadness. Sadness can also be very sudden. You feel sadness when you lose something or you might get negative words. Like, for example, you lose a pet or anyone, you lose a loved one, or you lose a toy. For example, you lose your childhood toy that you had as a baby, and you feel sad that you lost it. And maybe if you lost a loved one, you feel sad that you lost them. You had really fun times with them, and you realize you can't do fun times with them anymore, so you feel sad. And if you lost a pet, example, you lost a dog, a cat, a duck, or a fish, you seem like it's almost the same as a person. You had fun times with them, and when they already gone, you feel like you don't have anything else to do. And now another emotion is fear. Fear can be felt anywhere, and fear can also be felt by negative words, maybe, and also public speaking you can also be fear of. Because maybe when you go to the stage and you like when you think that you will make a mistake, but maybe if you keep thinking that, you will actually make a mistake. So you fear of that and you will actually make a mistake. So when you think that when you make a mistake, you will feel embarrassed and get negative words. And negative words can also affect people because when they say that they cannot do that, they cannot do that, so they have a fear of not doing that anymore. So they cannot do anything. For example, if someone say you're bad at sports, so basically you have a fear that if you keep doing sports, you will get more negative words, and then it will lead you to not doing sports anymore. And yeah, I think that all of those emotions is pretty common to a lot of people. And right, like when I said at the very beginning that if anyone says that you are useless, you control that emotion that you want to feel anything. Maybe you will feel sad that people said that, but you control the emotion, not them. So if you ever feel sad about them saying that, just do anything that can make you happy again, like maybe do your hobbies or anything that make you happy. I think that's all. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Fiona, for that amazing speech. And now let us welcome Miss Sesi to give her feedback.
Thank you. Fiona, how you feel? Good.
Good.
Good. Relax now or still?
Yeah, relax now.
Relax now. That's good. That was a very strong opening. Good opening. I wish there was a bit pause after that word. You are useless. That pause, like the dramatic effect in. But it was already strong enough. I enjoy that you, before you go to the stage, you take your time, you smile, and so you look confident. And your message is actually really good. You're talking about how emotion is valid. There are a lot of types of emotions, but you can choose your emotion, right? So that is a really good point. Some advice I would like to say and add to your performance is actually from the choice of words. Because your content is good. The structure wise is very tidy and easy to digest, right? But in the sense of choice of words, it can be quite confusing because you use a lot of you, can, you should, and that kind of things. Can you imagine if you change the part where you tell about happiness, like happiness when you do your hobby, when you do what the things you like to do, you change it by asking the audience to interact. And ask the audience to, everyone here, you have someone to learn, right? Now imagine that someone will learn, smile to you. How do you feel happy? So you can ask them to interact and put the whole concept of happiness or sad in more simpler way to digest. Okay? It's okay. You will need a lot of experience to have that kind of skill, but we are learning here. But so far, that was a great experience and performance. Good job, Fiona.
That was easy. Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents let us feel the feedback. Alvaro.
You did it well. You have a good voice.
The closing was expired. Yes.
Or like on it.
Who's even? Who's even?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Fiona.
How am I doing?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes. Is it even? You want me to help you or you that? Is it the same or not?
Oh.
I, I already have a feeling just now.
You kept skipping classes and then in the bathroom. We need to do this. Whenever he found out that he's the speaker, he just go hide in the bathroom. Or just go upstairs. So I thought that he really quit because he's really scared. He was. Good luck. Good luck, you can do it. I believe in you. No. What? You talk for something.
No, the opening short. Like, okay, so we're going to have the action.
Shit.
Okay, so we have already listened a lot of speech in today. Before we hop into the next speaker, we're going to have a small exam session. Very relieved. Okay.
So first of all, is there any volunteers?
You want? Okay, you can go. Very confident. Okay, let us give an applause.
So,
Liv. Okay, so we have prepared 3 questions. You can choose number 1 until 3. 4. Okay. There's no question number 4. Choose number 2. Okay. So for the question number 2 is, what's the most memorable speech you have ever talked about?
you have 1 to speak and the speaker.
Good luck.
The most memorable speech that I had was also on the group stage. Back then, I was talking about my childhood. I talked about me and my cousin stealing my mom's lipstick and then drawing it on the wall. So let me summarize it all over again. So me and my cousin, I am older than her, 1 year. When she wanted to celebrate, we wanted to celebrate Chinese New Year, right? So she came to Medan to celebrate with us. She came to Medan earlier, so we could have fun and hang out together. So one day, we found my mom's secret stash of makeups. Like a lot of them, blushes, lipstick, foundation, you name it all. So we took 2, and then we went downstairs to the garage. We drew on the wall. I still remember the drawing. It was a train with lots of unnecessary sceneries. The train had 3 carriages. You know what I'm talking about, right? So we used that until the lipstick ran out. So me and my cousin looked at each other. What's wrong with that? What do you do? So we just left them. We took 1 lipstick, 2 lipstick, and then hid them somewhere. One of them was on the one of them was on the shelf, and one of them was in the living room. My mom and my aunt found out. Okay, I think that's all.
Oh, you can't see it.
That was the. So thank you, Liv, for that exam question. But before you leave, I want to give you something. So because you have answered our exam question, you're going to get one of SMLONE merchandise, which is the key. So thank you very much. So is there any volunteers now?
Anyone? Oh, there's a lot of people who love extend session today.
Pick a number from 1 to 2. 1 and 2. 1. Okay. So Clarissa, you know in SML1, like every last day of the week, we're going to have like special day, right? So from all the special day that you have encountered, which one is your favorite? You have 1 to 2 minutes to speak, and the stage is yours. Thank you. Good luck.
My favorite special would be the faster day because there in that special day we have a monster that we have to represent and we have to debate and basically say why our monster is better than other monster. Yeah, I enjoyed it because the monster that I chose to speak is it's not like have a specific standard. So I can just say whatever I want. And there I just said whatever I want. And of course with research, I said it and I also like debates where the whole process was very fun and it was very enjoyable. And throughout the special day, throughout the debate, you can learn new knowledge from the answers talking about. And that's why Monster Mash Debate has been favorite. Thank you.
So thank you, Clarissa, for your amazing answer. And just like just now, here's the keychain. Thank you very much.
How many?
And now for the last question, is there any volunteers?
So many.
You're not. So yeah.
Okay. They know got keychain, so they.
Just don't want to be the first one because it's
So Fiona, you are going to have the last question. So your question is, do you remember your first day in SML1?
Oh.
Okay, so it's going to be like a little flashback. So your question is, how is your first day at SML1? And how was it? And you can just tell after. You have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So, my first day at SML1, I was pretty nervous. I was the first day of SML1 was at the top floor. So yeah, I was pretty nervous. There was a lot of people. I just sit there, do nothing, and just sit there and wait till it's finished. And I saw that I got caught in the front because of like a game session. But I didn't know it was game session, so I just sat there, like just follow the rules. It was like truth or dare. It was the first game was truth or dare. So I sat there, do nothing. The game was just picking a paper from a person, the game master, and I took the paper and it says yeah, truth. So I have to tell the truth. So after that, it just continues and continues. And until that, I just feel like if it was normal, I didn't talk to a lot of people. I just was not a lot of social. So yeah, I think that's all.
So thank you very much, Fiona, and just like just now, the special merchandise will be available. So thank you for answering our question, and you may please be seated.
That was easy.
Without further ado, let's continue the real stage.
Okay. So our next speaker Our next speaker is someone I know who loves to play games and going to talk about gratefulness. Let us welcome Michael Setiawan. Michael, gratefulness, gratefulness, Michael. Your time is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So gratitude can transform normal days into Thanksgiving, routine jobs into joy, and an obstacle into blessing. Gratefulness is a very powerful emotion because it is an appreciation of what people do, experience, and obstacle that you have passed, and it can even change people's life. So now I'm gonna talk about one day that is very related to gratefulness. It is about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is originally made because the Native Americans are gratefulness of what they have harvested because the next season is winter and they can do any crops, and they are grateful because they can eat. If they don't harvest that many food for a whole village, they can be starving and even lead to death. So feel grateful of what you guys have and don't complain over small things. Now I'm gonna give an example of gratefulness around us. It is about poor people. So most of people don't believe because if poor people is grateful, why they are still poor? So these poor people isn't about the people who begs in the streets and always and didn't work hard to feed their family. The poor people I'm talking about is the 1% of around the world. It is the people who is grateful and have a mindset to achieve their dreams. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo. He is a poor kid who who dream of being a footballer, and now he is very famous and have a lot of money. So study have shown that there are many benefits of gratitude or gratefulness, which is it can improve your mental health, because if you're not grateful, you will always feel that you are angry, not that the world is not good enough, and you'll always complain about small things. The second one is it can improve your physical health. If you are grateful enough, you will have good energy, sleep well, and have a good emotion because you can control all of it. So the fourth one is you can decrease the risk of getting a disease, because if you are grateful, you will have a good lifestyle and sleep enough, so the risk of sickness is very low. So do anybody want to ask something? Yeah, I'm very grateful for my parents that I have, and food that I got to eat every day, and the bread that the breath I am given every day. So, in conclusion, gratefulness is a very powerful emotion that can change people's life, and it is very tremendous impact in our life, not only for our but everybody if we show them our gratitude. You want to ask? They maybe could be grateful of they can be living now, that God have give a chance for them to change their life from poor to be rich if they have the gratitude. So in conclusion, if you show gratefulness and say thank you, it will be very good and it can change people's life. Thank you.
So thank you, Michael, for that inspiring speech. Now let's hear the feedback from one of our judges here, Miss Sam.
Okay, Michael, how do you feel?
Good.
Good. Okay. So Michael, I really like your speech about gratefulness. It is very inspiring, and you deliver with a very good example from Christian, right? It will be better if you add some from your own original story, but from your own experience. Okay. And from throughout the speech, I really like your expression because you smile a lot. It is very good. And one thing is at the end, maybe you don't know what to say more, and it is very good if you try the audience to get your eye limits. It is very good. And one more, try to open your hand. Alright? Okay. It makes you more confident. Alright. That's all good job.
So Michael, you may please ring the bell.
That was easy. Thank you very much, and I believe the feedback is well received. Now, let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill the feedback form.
My parents aren't here yet. Can number 9 go? Is it possible? Or if no, it's fine also. Huh?
Why you want number 9?
No, my parents aren't here yet. Oh, okay, never mind.
It can actually be anything like what do you want in the future or what do you want. What? So that's going to be like your future. Okay, thank you very much. Psychology. Oh, siap-siap.
Masa ini untuk Michelle, what next day?
Oh, ada sih.
Psychologist, I say it.
No, it's different. So, without further ado, let's continue. Our next speaker is someone who believes on this quote. You can't stop the wave, but you can learn to surf. And now, let us welcome Michelle Budiman to the stage. Michelle, stay aware, stay safe. Stay aware, stay safe, Michelle. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Thank you. The world speaks a language of details. Awareness is a translator that deciphers the message. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle, and today I'll be talking about the importance of being aware of your surroundings. Have you ever been aware whether or not you're aware of your surroundings? Here's why it's important. The first one is to protect the people around you and yourself. The second one is to identify potential danger. Nowadays, there are a lot of bad people out there, and most of them just look normal. They don't go around wearing this black mask all over the place.
That's why when you are aware, you might be able to notice it and maybe even avoid being their next victim. On my previous trip this summer, my family and I decided to go to this temple. And it is a really beautiful temple. It is surrounded with water and there's a park around it. My family and I explored the temple, and after we're done, we went to the park, where there are a lot of merchants who sell hats and so on. But there's this one specific guy who sold postcards. It is a 3D pop-up postcard where when you open it, there's this 3D image of the temple. But thanks to my bad habit of having the urge to buy everything I see, I was considering to get it from my friends. But I noticed something weird about it. He was offering it to my dad, but he was shoving it to the side. When you sell something to someone, you put it in front of them, right? Not to their side. My dad has this small bag where there's a small pocket outside where he puts his phone. What he did was he was covering it here, and he was grabbing the phone from underneath. And I directly took his bag, and I was like really speechless, and I was nervous and scared. I don't know what to do. And I stared at him, and he was slowly backing away. But I did something that I regretted till today. I gave him a death stare. But what I forgot was I was wearing my sunglasses and my mask. So, not very intimidating, huh? Afterwards, I was standing there for a really long time until my father pulled me. He said something like this: "Michelle, if you don't want to buy it, stop looking at it." I was shocked. I turned to him. "Did you not realize that you were about to get robbed just now?" He just stood there. "Oh, really?" "No." So, not long after, my brother and my mother caught up to us. They asked, "What's up?" And I told them, "Papa was just about to get robbed, and he didn't even notice." And afterwards, I asked him, "What should we do? The guy's right over there." And they told me to just walk away. At that point, I was confused. Why should we walk away? And I asked them, why? And they told me that it is important in this kind of situation that you stand up for yourself directly. You don't have to be scared, but if it's too late, then sometimes there's nothing else you can do about it. In this kind of situation, most people will follow their emotions instead of their logical mind. That's why it is important for people to train themselves to be able to stand up for themselves in this kind of situation. Now, you might be wondering, how should I be aware of my surroundings? Here are some tips for me. The first one is to limit your distractions. Phone, for example, is something you use on a daily basis. But it has this addictive effect that when you are on your phone, you will be so into the content. Maybe you are reading a book, or maybe you are watching a video, or maybe even texting your friends, that you are not even aware of what's going on around you. That's why it is important to be able to limit your screen time so that you'll be aware of your surroundings. For example, if I was not paying attention and I was on my phone when I was on my vacation, we can say bye-bye to my papa's phone already. The second one is to always trust your guts. Because most of the time, when something is wrong, the first thing that tells you something is wrong is probably your gut. And most of the time, it is also right. Being aware of your surroundings is important to keep yourself and the people around you safe. And it is also important to avoid bad things to happen to you. And my tips for it is to firstly, limit your distractions. And second, to trust your guts. Are there any questions? Yes?
Some strangers that will eventually bring danger to them, but we're trying to save them.
Maybe when that happens, you can tell them that. Maybe you can directly tell them, "Hey, I'm just trying to help." Yes. So, is that helpful?
Yes, it is really helpful.
With that, I stay aware, stay safe. I'm Michelle. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for a very informative speech. I'll be careful next time because I always look at my phone. Now, let us have one of our judges here to give a feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. That was quite enjoyable speech. Michelle, I really like how you bring a lot of props there. And some jokes inside a speech. I think it's really good ice breaking, right? To make whole situations become more fun. And I enjoy how you tell your story about how you catch a robbery. I believe that was intense, right?
Yes.
If I would like to ask a question for you, why do you put Q&A in your speech?
Because
Be honest.
not enough time.
Because of the time.
Yes.
Right? Yes, I think that's a good trick to put Q&A if you got not enough time. If you look at that and it's not ready yet, ooh, Q&A to the rescue. Do you know why you are running out of time? Because this content is supposed to fit at least 7 minutes. Do you know why?
Because if it's too short, it will be meaningful, and if it's too long, it will be boring.
Yes. I think the content actually fit to the time, but because your delivery pace is a bit too fast. I can sense some of the part that you are rushing it out. It feels like you have a lot of things you want to tell, but too little time to tell. But at the end of the day, your time gets short, right? So practice on the pace, make the delivery smooth. Okay? Only then the rest is already.
Thank you.
So, Michelle, you can please ring the bell.
That
was
easy.
Thank you, Mrs. Celia, for the feedback, and for all of the audience, you may please fill out the link.
Where's my wife? Thank you.
Hola. Thank you.
Tiba-tiba pingsan di depan gimana? Aku tuh kok ada lupa gimana coba. I don't know. So energetic. Ketemu hati, adik itu selalu ketemu.
Okay, so we're going to hop into the next speaker. So the next speaker has a dream job to become a psychologist. So the topic that he's going to talk is about regarding beauty standard. Let us welcome Zahra Gania. Okay, regarding beauty standard,
Zahra Gania, regarding beauty standards, Zahra Gania, you have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Everything has beauty in it, but not everyone sees it. That what was a Chinese philosopher, Confucius, mentioned as a quote. Moreover, Coco Chanel, the famous founder of the brand Chanel itself, also stated that beauty only begins the moment you start being yourself. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zahra Gania, and here in this lovely day, it is such a great pleasure for me to be able to stand here to give a speech to each of you, for as I have brought a topic which is about regarding beauty standards that I have demonstrated in the beginning of my speech. Beauty standard is a specific societal ideas regarding of what is considered as beautiful or attractive. Beauty standard has been in there in the society since a very long time ago, but it began around 24,000 years ago in two places, Greece and Rome. Back then, having a perfect, harmonious, proportional face was their main beauty standards. It was 24,000 years ago, but it's still here, being changed as the time goes by. Beauty standard has its one benefit,
which is creating cultural identity. I know it sounds good, but beauty standard has much more disadvantages more than the benefit. However, today I will only mention the main parts of the disadvantages. Beauty standard could cause people to have a very low self-esteem. Because of the existence of beauty standards, some people who didn't have the features to fulfill these beauty standards often feel insecure, and they might think that they are unattractive just because they don't have what everyone has. It could also cause them to feel left out from the society just because some people don't appreciate what they have, what others people have that is not similar to them. Beauty standard could also cause some illnesses. Individuals who are trying to meet up with these beauty expectations could suffer from some illnesses, both mental and physical problems, which is eating disorder, depression, self-harm, or even suicide. How about beauty standard in Indonesia? Do you guys know what the beauty standard in Indonesia is? Yes, Liv? Yes, exactly. People in Indonesia are expected to have a fair white skin. It is not just based on my personal opinions, but all of us can walk into a supermarket, and when we're looking for beauty products, I am 100% sure that most of the beauty products mention skin whitening or skin lightening on their packagings. And more of that, people in Indonesia are also expected to have straight hair. Although not all of them, but most salons don't actually provide services for people with curly or wavy hair. The moment curly-haired or wavy-haired people walk into a salon, it is more likely for them to come out with their hair getting all straightened, losing all the curls, losing all their waves. Furthermore, the widespread use of social media worsens these beauty standards by fostering an atmosphere where validation is linked with attractiveness and aiding in the commodity of beauty. Celebrities and influencers often frequently create unrealistic standards, which encourage people to partake in potentially dangerous behaviors such as severe dieting or even skin whitening procedures that even might harm them on the way. As a result, Indonesia's poisonous beauty standard not only support a narrow idea of beauty, but it also foster a culture that could be harmful for people's mindset and self-sense. Overall, just like how I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, everything has beauty in it, but not everyone sees it. It means that beauty is not only from the surface, but it also comes from the inside. Remember that we are more than physical beauty. And I also mentioned that beauty begins the moment we start being ourselves. Feeling comfortable while taking care of ourselves is a part of beauty too. So make sure to have a healthy and right mindset before blindly following these beauty standards that could harm you on the way. And that is all from me. My name is Zara, and thank you very much.
So thank you, Zahra, for that informative speech. So now let us ask Miss Rani about her feedback.
Okay, thank you. How do you feel, Jana?
I am very nervous that I feel like I could burst into tears anytime.
But I think that you did a very good job today. And the way you open your speech is very entertaining. Right?
Yes.
And in the speech, you talk about all things that they are doing to us, the things that we see every day. It is very good, and you also engage with the audience It is very good. And even though you forget the word that you want to say, staying calm, and it is very good. So, in order to make it better next time, it will be better if you put the pace a bit slower so that the words that you want to say next will be more clear later. And also that you can, remember what next will be better. Okay, I think that's all, and I think that you're very good. Thank
That was easy. Thank you very much. Thank you for the feedback from Ms. Rennie. So the next one, we're going to have 1 minute of silence and let us fill the form.
Belum. Kok mau PCP udah mau nungguin pengumuman dulu. Jam 4 sih, jam kita 3 lewat.
Answer is very important like everything right now is plastic. Even now, plastic has to be charged. Like oh yeah. Then you okay. So
Okay. Okay, moving on to the next speaker. But before that, I would like to ask you a question. So, Carlos, I have a question. According to you, what is plastic?
For me, plastic is a very important material that humans use in our daily life.
Interesting. So, just like what's going to be the next topic for the speech, without further ado, let's welcome Surgeon Liv Agatha Jolie to the stage. Surgeon Liv Agatha Jolie, plastic. Plastic, Surgeon Liv Agatha Jolie. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Plastic. Plastic. Now I'm sure that all of you have seen this every single day. Am I right? But what is this? Why is this considered harmful? What happens to them? What is plastic? Plastic is a material that we use for many different everyday items because it is cheap to make, strong, and doesn't fall apart easily. This makes them very useful, not to mention that we use them every single day. It's undoubtedly made certain aspects of our life easier, healthier, and more convenient. Without plastic, our grocery items, particularly those that quickly rot, wouldn't be available. We wouldn't have comfy clothes or water-resistant gears. Our eyeglasses, medical implants, even phone cases and laptops will look vastly different. But as they say though, too much of a good thing can be bad. Let's face it, our plastic wrapped planet isn't too happy with our obsession with this material. Why is plastic harmful? Because plastic is a man-made material. Worms and tiny creatures in the soil cannot break down plastic like they do to natural items, like apple cores, banana peels, and leaves. This means that the plastic will have to sit there and stay until someone picks them up. The plastic production has drastically increased over the last 70 years. In the 1950s, the world just has produced over 2 million tons of plastic. It now produces over 450 million tons of plastic.
What happens to the plastic rubbish? When plastic waste is mismanaged, not recycled, incinerated, or kept in a sealed landfill, it becomes an environmental pollutant. 1 to 2 million tons of plastic enter our ocean yearly. And because the plastic chemical makes them durable, they may persist for centuries or longer. Well, if we throw the plastic to the sea, animals would think that plastic is food. And they will mix up thinking that it's food. Just think about it. The animal eats the plastic and we capture them to eat them. That means we ate plastic all along. Well, I'm definitely not eating sushi after this. Well, how can we stop the waste? Do the 3R, which is recycle, reduce, and reuse. When we recycle plastic, it gets turned into something new. Well, how can we help though? Firstly, don't buy bottled water. Bottled water are a single-use plastic, and it's very bad for the environment. And I'm talking about every single-use plastic. Instead, use a reusable ones instead, or maybe biodegradables. For example, for the reusable ones, Miss Rennie's bottle. And the biodegradables are like that, which is what they're holding right now, drinking. Well, the second one is always put your rubbish in a bin or take them home with you to recycle. If the litter left on ground, it may hurt wildlife. And if it hurts wildlife, it may cause an extinction. And that's really bad. The third one, last but not least, go on litter picking with your grown up. Some causes give out free litter picking equipments to volunteers and help them collect them. Although not all plastic can actually be recycled. And I'm talking about dirty plastic and coffee cups. Now, what I'm talking about the dirty plastics are not that kind of dirty plastic where you just throw them and it just got all dirt all over them. But I'm talking about how the bacteria dig into the plastic and it's basically impossible to clean them up. And about the coffee cups. How should I explain this? Coffee cups can actually be recyclables, except it will need a lot of modern technologies. And it's hassle to clean them up. So, in conclusion, plastic are very good. But if we keep clinging on them, we might get stuck on it forever. But please, don't get paper straws involved in this. I really hate them. This is my experience where I use paper straws. I asked like a lot of them, and it broke every single one of them. Thank you. That's all. I'm Liv. Yes. Oh yeah.
Wow. Thank you for a very informative speech, and you guys have to learn to reduce plastic. So it's going to help our world. Okay, so we're going to invite our judges to give the feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Rennie.
Okay, what a very informative and inspiring speech. So it is a very good speech and opening with a strong statement. And also the way you deliver it is a good slide, not too many words, and even it's good picture. And it makes our attention not go to the slide, right? So we still focus on it. It is very good. And also the way you handle the printer, it is very good because we think that we are not have a problem using the brain. It is very good already. And your expression and vocabulary is also on. Overall, you did very good.
You made the
That was easy. Thank you, Miss Nani, for all of the feedback. And now we will have 1 minute of silence. And for everyone who wants to give some evaluation, you may just give and just click it.
Good luck. Huh? Oh yeah. The video is 1 hour. But what's his participation? I forget in what second it start. I don't know. I said buru-buru.
Okay, so we're going to hop into the next speaker that I know personally like to play badminton. So let us welcome Surgeon Nicholas Chung. Surgeon Nicholas, Christmas Carol, Surgeon Nicholas. Your time is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Have any one of you ever heard about a story about Christmas? Well, I'm pretty sure some of you ever heard at least one, right? Today, I'm going to tell a story about a man who thinks Christmas is a waste of time. Once upon a time, in a snowing season, there lived a British man named Ebenezer Scrooge. Scrooge was a rich, arrogant, and a selfish man, despite his huge wealth, he refused to give a single penny to people shivering on the streets. Emphasis on shivering, yes, it is Christmas. But celebrations like that doesn't appeal to him at all. He also even refused to give heating coals for his clerk Bob Cratchit at home. One night when Scrooge was about to sleep, he was visited by his dead business partner, Jacob Marley. Marley approached Scrooge and said that he is forced to carry chains around the world because of his punishment for having the same attitude like Scrooge. Marley doesn't want that to happen to Scrooge and thought that 3 ghosts will visit him in 3 nights. When Scrooge is asleep in 1 a.m., he was awoken by a ghost, which is also known as the ghost of Christmas past. The ghost took Scrooge to his past and his much better younger self. When he was young, he fell in love with a girl named Belle. Nothing was more perfect than his relationship with her, until his eyes were all on money. Scrooge cried back the ghost and put him back to bed. After that, Scrooge was awoken by a mysterious sound coming from another room from his house. He saw a giant man with a green robe and orange mustache. He then realized that it is the ghost of Christmas present.
The ghost then took Scrooge to his clerk's family, Bob Cratchit. There he saw so many people at there celebrating Christmas. Then is where he came to a thought that how can such a poor family like them celebrate Christmas happily? The ghost did not say anything, but took him to the rough seas. There he saw that all the crew members, even the captain, still can celebrate Christmas in such a condition from the ocean. The ghost knew his time was up and vanished. After that, Scrooge had a dream that he saw Bob Cratchit have a son. His name is Tiny Tim, whose kindness and humility warms Scrooge's heart. Tiny Tim has a broken leg, which forced him to walk using the support of a stick. After that, Scrooge was again woken up by a different ghost, which is then he thought that did he slept from 1 a.m. to another 1 a.m. to another 1 a.m. But he don't really care about it, and the ghost took him to the Cratchits again. There he saw the family was quite sad and didn't know why. But then he realized that Tiny Tim is missing. When he is trying to find Tiny Tim, he suddenly heard his wife saying something using past tense. Scrooge, in confusion, asked the ghost, but the ghost did not reply anything. After that, Scrooge realized that Tiny Tim had passed away because the Cratchits don't have enough money to pay for Tiny Tim's surgery. Scrooge, begging for the ghost, kneeling down in his knees and said, I can change. No, I want to change. I know how important Christmas is, and I will be kind to everyone. The ghost did not say anything, but a flash of light hit his eyes, and he is back. He is awoke. After Scrooge is awoke, he went to work and double Bob Cratchit's salary for being a good clerk, and also pay for Tiny Tim's surgery, and Tiny Tim will live a long life. Scrooge kept his word for his entire life and treats the poor with kindness, generosity, and humility. That's all for my speech. Thank you for listening.
So thank you, Surgeon Nicholas, for that amazing story about the Christmas Carol.
Yep.
Now let us welcome Miss Cecilia Adrian to give her evaluation.
Thank you. Nicholas, nervous?
Yes.
The vibes of the story is really good. I really enjoyed this story that you told, right? I really can feel the Christmas and the vibes in it because of you. Like, good indeed. And I enjoy the whole story about the skirts, how he learned. I wish you tell the message so the audience can catch it, but can relate to it closer. And also, if I may add something, it's actually practice more on your hand gesture. Right now, it's still timid, it's still floating around. So remember, you can use stable and brave to move it around as well. Okay. Another part is I enjoy your presentation outfit today. Your t-shirt is well, your trouser is well. It will be better if it's yourself. Okay. But other than that, it's quite an enjoyable start. Thank you so much, Nicholas.
Thank you so much.
That was easy.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the feedback, Miss. Next one, we're going to have 1 minute of silence, and let's please fill the form.
Wait, how do you test? Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I'll just.
Next, back to this lesson.
This is lesson. Oh, lesson. Okay. This is next, back, lesson. Good one. Okay.
Now let's continue the drill stage. So our last speaker for today is someone who I know likes art. And now let us welcome Surgeon Jovian Video to the stage. Surgeon Jovian, Kaizen. Kaizen, Surgeon Jovian. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Can we put it in presentation mode first? All right. Right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Well, it's been really late, right? Have you ever felt like you're procrastinating, being lazy, or maybe not failing to committing yourself to a work or something that you want to do? Maybe exercising or studying for that chemistry exam, anything, and just laying in bed the whole day. Well, we may have been there at some point in our lives. And you know, one thing that really intrigues me are the Japanese, not only for their anime and all that stuff, but also for their discipline. The Japanese are known to be very diligent and disciplined. This is because of a concept that has been introduced to them at a very young age. This concept is known as Kaizen, or when translated meaning good change, otherwise known as improvement. But what exactly is this Kaizen? Now, although it's a simple word, its meaning extends beyond just that. Kaizen originates from the world of industries and manufacturers, used primarily to increase the efficiencies of many workers. However, its meaning and its principle is so much more than just that. Why do we have to do Kaizen? Well, Kaizen has been proven as a method to develop good habits, break away the bad habits, and it is perfect for the human brain, which is what I'm going to elaborate further. So, for example, if you were to, let's say, exercising. In exercising, you would probably, first thing you want to do is probably work hard, work yourself to the bone every single day. Well, that's probably not the best idea, because with that practice, you'd probably burn yourself out so much quickly, and you wouldn't be interested in that activity anymore. But if you practice Kaizen, you'll probably go with, let's say, practicing 5 minutes every single day, consistently. Eventually, you would get good at that activity, and you'd also feel comfortable with it. Now, the other applications of Kaizen would probably be, let's say, if I want to read a thick novel, a novel that is so thick, and if I were to read like 100 pages or as many pages as I want, it would probably not be fun at all. So probably I'll start with 3 pages or 5 pages per day, and eventually, as I get more comfortable with it, I can increase it. Well, not only that, but Kaizen is very, very universal. It is something that you can apply to pretty much anything in your life, from studying, exercising, from sports, or even grinding in your favorite game. And this is why Kaizen is a really powerful yet simple tool. Now, how do you do Kaizen? Well, first of all, you have to know your goals. What are you trying to achieve by doing this by the end of the day? And then for every day, you have to take a step, make a progress to achieve that goal. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, but be consistent every day or every week, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, Kaizen isn't all about just accomplishing that goal. It is also the art of building a habit. Because let's take that analogy, for example. Just now I mentioned about exercising, right? So by the end of that 30 days of consistently exercising, not only will you get a healthier body, you'll also get a habit of exercising regularly. As the writer of Atomic Habits, James Clear, as you can see, once said, a habit must first be established before it can be expanded upon. And before I end the session, I have one more question for everyone. Kujira no sairyo no hoho wa nan desu ka? What is the best way to eat a whale? Anybody have any idea?
Right.
Probably.
Best to not eat it.
Whales have a lot of calories too. Well, the answer is one bite at a time. You'll get there. Probably 100 years, 1,000 years, but you'll eventually get there, okay? The point is to just do Kaizen, be consistent with it. So remember that the small, insignificant actions in your everyday life will eventually accumulate to something big beyond the imagination. After all, small hinges move big doors. That's all for me. Thank you very much. Wait. Oh, yeah.
So thank you, Surgeon Jofian, for that inspiring speech about Kaizen. So now let's hear the feedback from one of our judges here, Mrs. Leah.
Okay, Jovian. Ooh. First of all, love your voice. You're so professional.
Thank you.
Is that well tailored?
Excuse me?
Personalized for you?
No, not really.
But it looks really tailored on you. So great job. Good choice. And I also love your design, especially the first page of presentation. I think that really captures the whole concept of Kaizen, right? Something scenery, calm, but what's that? So great job. What I really enjoy from your whole story is not only how good you are in putting jokes inside the delivery, but also how convincing your body language is when you deliver it. How I can see the enthusiasm coming from you, from the small movement you make, your hand gesture, your intonation, and your facial expression. It changed so dramatically from how calm you are used to. So great job on delivering the content. If I also like the small touch of capybara at the end, as you are so famous of loving the capybara. If I can add two small things to make it better, the first one is the consistency of font choice. I would love to see a more consistent font. What I mean by that is when you choose a capital to put some points in that, put the whole presentation. But if you choose mix like this, the first capital is only the first one or the first word, do it the same with the points, right? To make it equal. Okay? And another part is I would like to see a more personal story to emphasize the concept of Kaizen. Like what have you done of Kaizen, how you move through things one by one. I believe that will make the whole speech more
Okay.
But overall, love everything. So presentation. Good job.
Thank you.
May I ring the bell?
Oh wait, where's the bell again? Oh.
That was easy. Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received.
So now let's have 1 minute of silence. Yeah, if you guys want to the feedback. And thank you, Mrs. Sina, for the.
Again, just a bit when promotion that's someone.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling after the real stage finally over?
Very relieved, right?
So all of you are relieved then. Well, despite your nervousness just now, all of you did exceptionally well. Each one of you have given out your best efforts and conquered yourself today.
So, congratulations to all participants of Real Stage 30. Let us give applause for all of us. Now, before we invite all participants to come up to the stage to receive pin and certificate, we would like to inform you again about the special promotion. Special promotion is...
Jadi untuk papa mama dan hadirin sekalian, jadi untuk special promotion itu untuk hari ini adalah kalian bisa mendapatkan buku new level yang harga biasanya adalah 600.000. Untuk hari ini saja akan menjadi 500.000.
Oke, jadi yang selanjutnya adalah untuk harga untuk next real stage. Buat yang udah mempersiapkan nih untuk real stage selanjutnya, boleh purchase di hari ini dengan harga normal yang seharusnya 490 menjadi 399.
Tidak cuma itu, kita pun akan ada voucher 100.000 untuk trainee SMLONE ataupun non-trainee yang mendaftarkan diri untuk join holiday class Star Maker pada Minggu 19 November 2023. Maka akan mendapatkan voucher senilai 100.000 dengan syarat dan ketentuan berlaku.
Yang selanjutnya adalah holiday program powered up Teen Summit. Dengan harga normal 2.500.000 mendapatkan potongan 500.000 khusus untuk hari ini menjadi 20 juta. Dan selanjutnya kita akan menonton sebuah cuplikan pendek untuk holiday program yang diselenggarakan SMLONE untuk liburan kali ini. Your face,
bro. Basically, I have made a lot of good experience. I learned that I need to be confident, not inside, and speak louder.
We have learned about how to handle problems together. This place build up your confidence, and there's lots of nice people and nice trainings. You should join SMLONE.
After I have completed the Oregon adventure, I've made so many friends, and I have learned a lot of things. But in my opinion, you all should join the Oregon adventure next year.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the testimony of the holiday program. So, for Papa Mama and trainees, you can get this special offer by approaching this Jovita outside. And remember, this special offer is only for today. So, for trainees whose parents are still outside, you may contact your parents to get this special offer.
Now, we invite all participants to come out at the stage one by one. If your name is called, please come up to the stage to receive your pin.
So now I will invite Miss Cecilia to go on stage to give the pin and certificate to the stage participants. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Candice Minardi walk to the stage.
Congratulations, Candice, for level up to the Lieutenant Colonel. Next one, let us welcome Surgeon Adeline Ngasikin. Oh, okay. Next one. Let us welcome Surgeon Clarissa Valencia Komala.
Now, let us welcome Surgeon Felipia Liandi to the stage.
Next, let us welcome Surgeon Fiona Candia.
Thank you, Miss Cecilia. You may please be seated. And now let us welcome Miss Rani Monica to the stage.
So, the next one, let us welcome Surgeon Michael Setiawan.
Now let us welcome Surgeon Michelle Budima to the stage.
The next one, let us welcome Surgeon Jara Gania.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Liv Agatha Jolly to the stage.
The next one, let us welcome Lieutenant Colonel Nicholas Chell.
Now, last but not least, let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Jovian Livio to the stage. Thank you, Jovian. Thank you, Ms. Rani. We would like to once again congratulate and also thank all of our trainees for your participation. Our judges who won't stop giving our constructive feedback, and also for all of the audience, our dear parents and friends who've come here to support us or who are watching live on YouTube Live.
We appreciate every moment we've spent with you, and we always remember this is our best memory. I'm Carlista.
And I'm Alvaro Richitayus.
Thank you and see you in the next event. So the next one is we would like to invite all participants and judges to come to the stage so we can take a photo together.
Remember to bring your certificates as well.
The one who feel tall may add in front, more taller at back.
Go to the back.
So later SML bikin event ini.
Where you want to go?
No, Juni I see.
Oh ya udah hasil.
Or you want to stand here? There? Okay. Is the back side visible? Nicholas to the middle. Right. Okay. Gimana, sir?
Gak nampak ya. Oh ketutup nih sertifikatnya.
Can you go to the left a bit? Agak samping. Yes. Gimana, sir? How? How is it? Oh. Okay, Jovin di sini. Can this naik ke tengah? Yes. Hasil Olivia switch. Get closer, get closer.
Okay, let us say cheers. Video. Okay, if I say SML1, making you better you. Okay, let us take a video. SML1, making you better you.
Okay?
Thank you for all these participants. I want to